My name is Vanita Carter, and I'm the founder and executive director of Breaking Free. Breaking Free is an agency that provides services and education to women and girls who are involved in sex trafficking and prostitution. We provide a number of different programs to help them to get out of the life of prostitution and sex trafficking. Breaking Free works with about 400 to 500 women a year. And so between now and about 1996, I would say that we worked with at least over 5,000 women. Back in '72, Party Line, it's an agency that hires so-called dancers. I was just graduating from high school, and I got involved in that industry right when I graduated. And I thought that that would be a quick way to make money, to go to college and do all of these big things. And it turned out to be I'll say, the hell of my life. It was nothing like what I heard or what I read about, and it just it transformed my whole life. It made me look at life differently as a woman and as a black woman. You know, this work is important because there aren't a lot of agencies that do this type of work that works specifically with this population. And again, that's prostituted, sex-trafficked women and girls. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry globally. So that tells us that there's a lot of money being spent on the buying and selling of human beings, specifically women and girls. And that's really what really motivates me too. The average age of entering this lifestyle in America is as young as 12 years old, between the ages of 12 and 14 years old. And our youngest client here at Breaking Free has been 12 years old. And so what do you say? What does that say about our society when we have babies that are getting involved in this life? That it's a billion-dollar industry. A woman, per se, I'm saying over about 22 years old, can be worth up to $200,000 a year. One woman. So a child, how much is a child's body worth? $400,000 a year. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, and we have to ask, who are these people? Who is it that is buying these young girls and these women, and who's selling them? When you hear about sex trafficking or prostitution, what usually comes to mind is the movie Pretty Woman. And when we look at that movie Pretty Woman, it kind of gets glamorized. I mean, she meets this very wealthy man, and she ends up marrying him, and she's just like a little princess, and she has a happily ever after ending in her life. But that is so far from the realities of what really happens to young girls and women in prostitution. You know, with the average age of entry being so young, you have to think about this. Over 80% of the women that we work with here at Breaking Free are sexually abused before the age of 18 years old. And what happens is they run away from home, usually between 12 and 14, to escape the sexual violence that's happening in the house. And what they usually say is, it can't be as bad out there as it is in here. I'm getting away from this. And I always use the example of a young girl that we at Breaking Free had sent to us from another state, from DC. And she was severely sexually abused in her home. And by the age of 8 years old, she was actually penetrated. She ran away at 12 years old, only to run into a neighbor who she'd been living next door to all of her life. He pulls over, asks her, "Can I help you? What's going on?" He could see she was distressed. She told him everything that had happened to her in the home, with the hopes that this individual would be maybe her rescuer, the person to get her out of this life. All in all, what happened? He ends up having sex with this little 12-year-old, and he pays her for it. Then he takes her to a malt shop, or a place where a lot of kids hang out, introduces her to a man. This man takes that little 12-year-old home, rapes her all night, takes her back to the malt shop the next day, and sells her to a worse pimp than he was. So what's going through that little girl's mind at 12 years old? By the time she came to Breaking Free, she had been through 3 hardcore pimps. They found her tied up, hog-tied, in an abandoned building. The inspector actually found her before the teardown of the building, gets her to the hospital, rushes her there. She was in the hospital 6 months. It took her 6 months to recover. She goes to the only place she knew to go to, which was a church she used to always run into when she needed help. They had found out about our program, called us up and asked us would we take her in. We took her in. So where do you think her head's going to be at 27 years old? That's all she's known since she was a baby, is sexual abuse. This woman is still in recovery. It's a lifetime of recovery. Whether it's a child, a woman, you go through a lifetime of recovery from that kind of violence against your body. It really is. It's my life's mission. You said it right. This is, I think this is, I always say this is what I think I'm called to do. You know what I mean? For a reason. It's just, it's a great injustice, I think, again, prostitution is. A great injustice against women and against girls. And I say it affects every woman. And see, a lot of women don't realize it or quite understand it. But prostitution makes a statement about all women, whether she's been involved in that life or not. It says that women can be bought, sold, or traded. And we have to end that. We have to end that. We can't wait till it knocks on our door and someone tells us our granddaughter or our daughter somehow got involved in this life. We as women, I think, have a duty, and men also have a duty to put an end to this. You know, we have to do it together as a community. Down the line, decades down the line when I'm not here, I hope that people will remember me and be able to say, you know, she was the one that really helped us to put an end to this. She worked hard at it, and now it's gone. There's no more prostitution. Some kids have never even heard of it. They don't know, you know. I mean, that's a dream, of course, you know. But that's what I hope will eventually happen sometime throughout history. That prostitution would just be something that people don't even think about, that little girls don't have to ever wake up and think about. Someday this could happen to me. Violence against women will not be in existence anymore. That's what I hope, decades down, and they'll say she had something to do with that. She had something to do with ending all of that. So that's a big dream, but it can happen. Just have to keep educating and training people, you know, that they're saying the same thing, you know, down the line, maybe it will end.